Hello everyone. It is 6:30 p.m. and I am live in front of you all. I'm ramirataneja and I'm from Delhi, and now I'm based out of Mumbai, and I'm here to share my story, or so to say, my journey with you. And I call myself a seeker besides an artist and an entrepreneur in film and entertainment space. And today I have to share my journey, and I would say that it is not a story of viral videos or overnight fame or celebrity entourages. Rather, it's a story of courage and intuition and vision and missed opportunities and heartbreak and rebuilding everything from scratch again and again. And so I was born with a flair of performing, and while I was in Delhi, I was doing a lot of theatre and dance dramas and public speaking throughout my school and college. And I would like to ask you if you've had a moment wherein your entire course of life changed. Well, for me, it happened in 2004 and 2005 starting. After one of the performances, I was casually introduced to Mr. Yash Chopra, and he ended up, giving me his card. And he told me, "Beta, why don't you call me?" And I ended up making the call. I, was then invited to Mumbai by him, and I saw Yashraj Studios for the first time in Mumbai. That was the first studio that I saw, and it was, a new studio back then. And I met the team. And however, it did not work out. And since it did not work out, I realized that I was not ready. I didn't understand the business. And, me and my father, we came back to Delhi. To me, it looked like it was the end, because that time I was looking at coming in front of the camera and, becoming an actor. And later on, it was all over in Delhi in papers that, Yash Chopra is retiring officially and will not be making films after Vizara. So it was a missed opportunity. And, after we were back, for me, it looked like it was the end. But I think it was the beginning then. And I realized it was a ticking point. I realized if I have to play the game longer, I needed to understand the game. I needed to learn. And, I then resumed college in Delhi. I did my media studies from Delhi University. While I was in Delhi, I was writing for Hindustan Times. And also I worked on one of the internships with Channel City, which was of Z Group. And then I did my post-graduation from Pune, again in media studies and filmmaking. And that time I received a call from Yashraj Banner again, from one of the team members who I had met that time. And, they said that Yashji has called somebody for the first time, so we would want to, offer production to you. But by then the decision was made, and I'd already joined college, and my father was like, "You complete education." And, I was never out away from home, so he wanted me to see the world and understand if this is what I really want to pursue, and if I can do it, on my own. And so I continued with my studies, and in Pune also I was writing for Times of India. And back then I did, I think, 2 internships. One was with Imagine Showbiz, which was a channel of NDTV Group, and then Balaji Telefilms in Mumbai. And Then one of my college seniors was working on a film project, and he had to urgently leave, and he wanted a replacement for himself for a month time, and so he requested me. He knew that I'd already seen the sets, and I was very well aware of how things are functioning, and he requested me if I could miss 1 month of college and complete the schedule for him. And I happily took that opportunity, and it was a production profile, and I ended up working on a film called Chance Pe Dance, which Ken Ghosh was directing, with Shahid Kapoor and Jia Khan, and later Janelia stepped in. And so there I saw, how sets are run, and, that was my first official film set experience, which was into production, and how chaos is managed and magic is created, and that was that. And however, that time I got a hint that the business that is being traditionally run is going to change, because that time corporates were nudging it. And however, I completed that schedule and went back to give my exams in college in Pune. After which, again, we were a batch that was left on our own. It was 2009, and recession had kicked in, and there were no jobs. And even if there were, people were saying that, it's a bad period, and, all of that. Through one of the people I had met, that time also I got an opportunity to work at a production profile. That was a time wherein films like Slumdog Millionaire had happened, and there were a lot of companies who were coming from abroad, shooting in India, and going. So I worked on an English film that time for a Singapore-based company. They were making a film for Cannes. So that was one thing I did, and then my CV went to Rakesh Roshan's company, and I met somebody there, and for a project, but the project got delayed. However, that person, recommended me to Mr. Prakash Jha, and I assume he saw something in me, and that's how I was immediately hired, and I ended up working for him for a good 1 year time. After that association ended, I was sitting with a friend of mine, and she told me that she has got an opportunity to work with Sanjay Leela Bhansali, but she doesn't want to take it. And the reason she gave was that she has heard that he's a hard taskmaster, and he's very strict, and he has temperament issues. She has heard. And that time she just instinctively asked me, do you want to try it out? And the daredevil and adventure person that I was, I said, why not? And I took it up without overthinking, and it turned out to be one of the best experiences I've had. Again, but this association ended sooner than expected because of project delays and various other things, and again, certain corporate requirements and all of that. And I made a casual phone call to somebody that time who I knew who worked for Shemaru. His name was Vishal Desai, and we were discussing, and he was saying that, you keep working with these directors, but, there is a lot of uncertainty. Every 1 year, 6 months, I hear you saying now you're again looking for work, and, you are very educated, and you have, education from best of the institutes and proper media education at that. Why don't you try working for a corporate? So I was like, I don't mind. And the next day he fixed me up with somebody in PVR Pictures. His name was Amish. He was working for their home video vertical. And I met Amish, and Amish made me meet Deepak Sharma, who was heading distribution with PVR Pictures. And again, instinctively we ended up talking, and Deepak ended up hiring me. He looked like very enterprising, and he said that he was also from a production background, so if he could do it, I could do it too. So I got lucky. And by then, I had made a lot of friends, directors who were one film old, and it was a phase when they used to say कि picture तो बन जाती है लेकिन picture release नहीं होती. So when I got the opportunity to work on the distribution profile, I just happily took it. I wanted to learn. And there also I was for almost a year, and it made me grounded, and made me understand the business, and in terms of content, what works, what doesn't work, what are the business parameters, and how to predict collections and all of that. And after which I was again called back by Sanjay Bhansali. He was starting a film that time, Ramlila. And but then again, I took that opportunity, but it didn't, go as expected. It was a 3-month stint back then also, and it just ended randomly because of, again, project delays. And that time, I took a break because I was after college continuously working, and I wanted to analyze. I have worked on production, I've worked on direction, in direction department, I've worked in distribution. How is it that from here I see my trajectory, or how is it that I want to take it? And once again, I got a couple of meetings with people themselves calling me for look tests for acting and all of that. So it was a chaos. And, I suddenly realized that it is not in me to just do one thing creatively. I was always a, innovator who understood, the change that is coming in. And I, wherever I found a roadblock, I experienced pain, but I converted it into, or I saw, another opportunity hidden there, and I converted it into power. So, and I realized I was an innovator, and, I tried then to go independent, and I did a very bold thing back then. I produced an independent pop album, and which I wrote, sang, and produced. I wrote songs, I sang songs, and I produced the album as well. And that was the era 2014, wherein people were talking about digital, but nobody knew how things will get monetized, and it was just that digital is coming, but nobody knew how, what, when, where, and how to monetize it. So my album was the India's first ever digitally marketed independent album. And earlier in music, there never used to be a marketing PR, but it just worked. It garnered a lot of attention and eyeballs, grabbed eyeballs. And however, that time, because I was contemplating starting a music label of sorts, or like a YouTube channel, like these days what people are doing, it was a step much ahead of times, I think, back then, and it fell flat that time. So again, I thought that let's go back to the creative domain that I belong to. However, because I'm here to tell you the most challenging phase, this was it. Suddenly, people's perception about me had changed. Suddenly, doors closed on me. Suddenly, people didn't want to hire me. I became too big to hire for them, for the same people. And I realized that it was a wake-up call. People want to support you only till you don't outdo them. And instead of support, that time I faced envy, threats, bullying, And that was a phase wherein I realized that if you rise too quickly, you become a threat for the insecure, and people don't want ye ladki nahi, she might outdo us and all of that. So I had no work for 2 long years, and all my savings were gone, and I was left to think if was I foolish to try things like that. And that time a bunch of friends were there to support me, and my family was rock solid with me, my parents. And we used to have talks, and obviously there were people telling me, yes, I was told that you should get married and all of that. That was a very emotionally bad phase. But however, I realized I wasn't broken. I was just bruised, and it was a lesson I was learning. And I used the silence to heal and to rebuild and to learn more and work on myself. And eventually and slowly I returned. This time I had to work initially, and people were offering me business development profiles, or you call them that. In our industry, there's no particular terminology for any profile, but I had to, through my networks, get them more business. And I was group head business development at Viscraft, and there was a PR company, and there was an ad company, and all of that happened. And there were certain production houses for who I worked, and they got more business and all of that. Again, after 2 years, I realized that these companies were offering me, or people were offering me such a profile because they wanted to use my networks to grow. But I was going round and round, and whatever was promised was not being delivered to me. And that was the time that I decided that this is not what I came here for. And again, I had to stop, take a break, and go back to the basics. So I called my parents back at home, and I said, listen, I think I will be taking 2 steps back, and which would mean that I will not get paid as well as I am getting at the moment, but I want to return to my creative domain, and I want to direct, and I want to produce. This is what I came here for. And once I decided that, it took a while, and again to take that U-turn from there. And then I got to do second unit in the direction department in Yamla Pagla Divana, in Yamla Pagla Divana 3 in 2018, and a couple of ad films. One was with Rohit Dhawan and Varun Dhawan, and these smaller stints made a way wherein I got a job with Alt Balaji. It was an upcoming OTT that time as a creative. And however, the work I wanted returned, but so also did corporate politics. And there was again a bunch of people that was not happy with me doing good, and but this time I stood up, and I didn't bow. I took a stand for what was right, and gave them all a tough fight. And after which it was coming from experiences that I had in past, and I suddenly realized that the experiences that by then that I had got, that I was cursing, I'm not cursing exactly, but not liking, and still I was at it. I realized that God made me learn a certain trait, which was art of selling. As a creative, we think that, whatever is in our mind, we can, do it. But, as creatives, we don't know how to sell. And with business development that I was doing, I realized I am by now experienced and good with it. And however, after this, all the people, that same bunch of people, were working. These people play musical chairs, so to say, and they are at one job in one company. Then after that, the same person is in another job in another company. So that bunch of people that was very well connected, and they were working at various corporates, they made sure that I should not get a job in any of the corporates after that, after taking a stand and all that, for doing good work and for being better than them and taking a stand for what was right. After that, our pandemic came. So 1 year in Corona, everything was shut and lives changed. It was a spiritual shift, I believe. And after a good 11 months, when these people forgot about, we have to block Ramira from everywhere, I came back to Bombay and I got an opportunity to be a co-producer on one of the films, and which got stuck in the second lockdown. And then through an old connection, like I knew Anil Sharma, he was a part of the launch campaign of the of my album in 2014. So he told me to develop his company for a bit, and that I was doing. And there, God gave me an opportunity to sit with these people on the other side of the table and work with them. And, slowly these people started appreciating my understanding of things and my work, and, things picked up from there. And however, soon enough I realized that here also it was a job wherein, I was, so to say, on an image cleaning job for them, and securing more business for them, but what was promised was not being delivered. And that is the time that I decided that if everything is moving around on my relations and my networks, then why not try and go solo. And that is when I made my own company in 2022 end, Ramify Entertainment. And it is said that when nobody gives you a chair, you build your own table. So that is what I did. And in that company, we co-produced one film called Love You Shankar, which released in 2024, and for which I got the Emerging Producer Award by Growth Awards. And also I received the Creative Entrepreneur Award in 2024 as well, which was by Indian Icon Awards. And so, however, the business again went in a slump in last 1.5 years, and with lesser projects rolling. And that time I directed a short film, and I visited few film festivals, and that is when I met somebody from London. And I directed a short film which faced also again criticism from peers and friends and people, that people make short films and so that they can enter the commercial industry and make commercial films. You are bloody doing commercial films, you are at a level, why have you made a short film now? You are taking 2 gears, you are going back, or what are you doing, and all of that. But however, it was entirely my conviction, and they say that when your conviction is louder than the crowd, you are on the right path. And it proved that. Our short film Wildflowers, it won a special mention at Dada Saheb Phalke Film Festival, and recently on 28th of June it also won Best Social Impact Film Award at International Silver Screen Film Awards, Delhi. So we are very happy with the response that we are getting, and simultaneously there is a lot of short form content that is happening, which is also appreciating this effort. However, what I would say is that in my journey, I, took breaks when needed, and to rethink, to realign. I kept changing, profiles like production, direction, distribution, marketing, till I found my alignment. And, I realized that I didn't just survive the chaos, I transformed through the chaos. And no matter who tried to stop me, God kept me moving forward. And, I was called unstable. I was told, yes, I was told to get married. And, there were, there are, in our Indian families, children are not given. I would say children because I've seen men also are not given, forget women are also not given financial education. And that is when, I had to learn on my own, because people think, our girl will get married and, she'll get support system from some other family and they will look after the finances. This was what I was thinking till some time back, till I spoke to certain guys, and they also said that we also are being not taught financial management, which should be an important thing taught by parents to children. Because for a very long time, parents are taking care of you in India. That, this is, I think, very, very important. And when I was called unstable because of, I was changing profiles and, doing so-called all the experience that I got in bits and parts, like direction from somewhere, production from somewhere, distribution from somewhere, marketing from somewhere, and that all fell in a straight line, that 360-degree experience now when I made my company. And I realized that, sometimes a missed train also takes you to your true destination. And you have to believe in yourself and you have to believe in God, that even if He's putting you in situations that you think you're not supposed to be, that is for your benefit. And, one day it does make sense. And, I think if you are refused something in life that you think belongs to you or it should be yours, and it is to give you something better. And it was sheer persistence of mine that despite everything happening around, I just kept moving, and without a godfather, I'm still here. And, sometimes to me also I have to pinch myself, as it is not short of a miracle. And, your journey is not about proving yourself right. Your journey is about proving your spirit right. And, I would say that through my journey, I don't know how inspiring or how relevant it is for whoever is hearing it today. But I would say that you are not crazy if you are different. You are not crazy if you are dreaming differently. You are just called to this planet for a higher path. And I would say I would end here, and I would say gracias, and this is Ramira signing off. Thank you for being here and listening to me.